Hey guys, and welcome back to another devlog in the series. This one I've just added a little bit of bits and bobs around the place just because I wanted to go through my promises that I made in earlier devlogs and actually add things I was talking about. So you will see that I have actually done it in this video. Just a quick word, in the future I won't actually be releasing any more videos for the next 2 weeks or so. I'm just going on holidays. So won't actually be posting anything. So no worries if you don't see me post. I'm not like disappearing or anything. So what I'm actually thinking about adding in this video is, first of all, the note system. That was the main thing in this video that you would have seen in the thumbnail as well. It's changing the way the entire game works, so it's pretty exciting. Explain how it works a little bit later on. We've also done a complete options, or not options menu, but camera settings, adding to the options menu. And we're also changing a few bits and bobs, removing some errors and stuff like that, you know, the general stuff when you work on a project. So first of all, I'm just going to go through, I did say last devlog I'm going to add an animation to the coin. I haven't even changed that, honestly. I've just made it so it pops up. I need to play an animation that gets rid of it. Also, it looks really trash right now as well. What I'm going to do in the future is make it less pixely and weird, because that actually has a weird effect right now and I don't like it at all. And I actually did do it. It took me like 5 minutes, so that wasn't too bad. Next up, I actually added the options settings. So this is our options menu. And before there wasn't anything on the game, and then now we have actually got options for the game setting. FOV, you know what that is. Distance is actually the distance from the back end of the trolley. So from this end of the trolley, if you're looking at it top down, it's like the distance from here to wherever the camera is. The height obviously is going to be the height above the trolley from the bars. The angle is going to be the angle looking down at the trolley. So it's only going to be affecting the up and down angle, not the side to side. I'll show you how I did that in the code really quickly as well. It's just what we actually did was we had to set the global variables to first get these values. I'll show you how we did that and also implemented like a save game as well. How we did the angle itself is just we had to use a little bit of trigonometry. I know it sounds very terrible, you know, schools teach this stuff only for people to never use it ever in their lifetime. Well, in this case, I actually did use it, so you know, proving the haters wrong, I guess you could say. Again, we're just doing the rotation.y. That's going to be an up and down stuff. But if you want to implement it in yourself, obviously the devlogs are here to do that as well. So we've updated the save game system. If you are unfamiliar with the save game, it's just an auto load that I've used to save a dictionary. And this dictionary is going to be saved every time the game runs, and it holds information like the currency, what trolley we're selecting, what the upgrades are, which trolleys we've actually unlocked. And this is the new arrival, or the settings as well. So I've added all the FO, like camera settings, and also the video settings like VSync, full screen, FPS. You can read. That's just the new additions as well. If you don't know what a save game does, it just basically saves a JSON file to like a place on your system. If you want a tutorial on this, let me know, but this is just the code if you want to copy it down. And then also another thing you need to do is add an auto load. So you've got all your auto loads here, and you just add another one, or you can like name it whatever you want, click add, and then write down the path and click enable. That's what I did, and then the name of it is just what you reference later on. So we're just actually getting all the video settings on the options menu, and then in this one we're getting all the camera settings. So this is just saving what we've done before, and then when we click save, everything's just going to be saved back into that dictionary. All the global variables that we've changed during the running of the code is going to be saved back, so we're not losing any progress even if you know, don't click save or whatever. What that looks like in practice is click apply, close the game, and we go back into options, and we can see that all the values are still like that. And then you can change it more, and we don't have to close and reopen. We can just click apply and play the game. I've just done some random settings, so it's probably going to look really weird. Oh, it's actually not too bad. So yeah, these are just some random camera settings that I've done, you know, nothing too special. And our big reveal is actually the notes. So the way notes work is they spawn in every 1 or 2 shelf spawns. So they're not spawning in every cycle or every rotation, they're just spawning in, you know, procedurally or whatever. And what it's going to do is it's going to have text on the top here, and the text is just going to be like a shopping list. So when you think about, someone giving you a shopping list, you go to the shops, you get all your stuff. The aim of the game is to do it as efficiently as possible because you hate shopping. That's the law behind it. I hate to be like stereotypical and stuff, but you're a guy, you hate shopping, don't want to be in the shops for as long as you can. Shopping is just the worst place to be. So you get this list from your mum, and you're like, all right, I need to get 3 bananas, 3 apples, and a blueberry. Let's get it done. And you just go to all the shops, drop it off at any checkout. It doesn't matter which one because you're not really fussy if it's a self-serve or whatever. I'm just using analogies here, but in reality, the checkouts, I've removed so much functionality from them that are just basically boxes that you go to drop off your items. They no longer have the pins on top because I found that it was a little bit confusing to keep track. Because in the 2D, it worked well because it was right there, you could see everything. But in 3D, from a top-down perspective anyways, you can't see everything because of the FOV, and it's like perspective based as well, so you have a very limited scope of view, so you have to rely a lot on spatial awareness, which in some situations honestly isn't even worth it. So I just find it's got a better user experience if you just keep it at the top left. It's not just one note, this is just one instance. You can actually add multiple notes at once as well, and it will just make it more complicated as well. So as the game goes on, obviously it's going to get more complicated. There'll be more notes, more items to actually drop off. And the code behind this took me a while. I did copy and paste some of the logic from the checkout, such as this. I did actually remove a lot of some stuff and added a lot more. It's a little bit complicated, but honestly, you can pause and look at it. I'm going to just explain some of the basic stuff that we're using. So on ready, we're just spawning, obviously. We're actually like randomizing the color, and then we're actually generating the items in checkout. This is our main function. This is where we're going to be generating the item list that your mum gave you. So this is first off based off this a random total pins number. Is going to be the total number of items you need to actually drop off. So it's a random integer, so let's just say it's 4. That could mean just 4 strawberries, or 4 strawberries, 1 banana, 1 apple, as long as it just adds up to 4. And how it's done, so it's not game breaking, you get items that aren't even in the scene yet, is first off it actually gets the items in the shelf array. So 4 items shelf array, and it's timesing it by a multiplier. So this multiplier basically means that it's going to keep the same ratio of shelves to items in the item list, which means it's going to have a lot more balanced gameplay. Obviously, in the future, I'm going to add more randomization, like add one here, remove one here, and stuff like that. But for now, I found out that simpler is better because I tried so long to overcomplicate it and it just did not work. Anyways, that's the consequences of changing it from 2D to 3D and not having a plan as you go forward. But oh well, that's how we do games. We don't make plans are for losers. We do it as we go along. If someone came up to me and said, oh, I'm thinking about making a game, I've got all this storyboard set up and I've got 3D designs, I'm like, oh, stop talking to me, boring, nah, I'm doing all this stuff. So that's how real people do it. And to be fair, it was a bit of a shorter one. Hopefully you enjoyed the new additions. I'm going to show a little bit of a overview, if you will. I'm just going to set my camera stuff to some goofy settings, just so you can really relish the gameplay right now. And also going to show off the gameplay, of course. Why not? We've got some 6 oranges here, and perfect, we've got some orange shelves. The reason why I did this camera setting is so you can really appreciate my 3D modeling that I did on the shelf. Ignore the trolley, that's a very work in progress. But as you can see, you can really appreciate the quality of work that I did, especially the backwards wall. Anyways, these things are piling up a lot, so I might adjust the timing, Oh, one just came up and then one just went down again. So that's cool. Wow. Yeah, these camera settings, they're cool, I guess. Yeah, this is starting to pile up. I'm getting a bit worried here. I don't think we're gonna drop off all this stuff. Oh, this is getting a bit stressful. Oh my god, it's going on top of each other. Maybe I should probably fix that and adjust the timings. Oh yeah, a little bit of a bug that happens. I did say I was fixing all the bugs today, but I lied. I can't be bothered fixing all the bugs. One of the bugs is that sometimes if you spam the collect button too much while you're dropping off all the items, it's not actually gonna drop off the items. Bro, there's so many notes. Okay, I'm gonna change that. So hopefully you enjoyed that devlog. That's all for me today. I will see you guys in like 2 weeks when I come out, or come back, or maybe even 3 weeks. So yeah, just call it 3 weeks. Yeah, bye.